This is your girl Connie from Passion for Fitness, and many times I get messages from people or emails asking me questions or my thoughts on a particular article they may have read, a question that they may have about health and wellness. First and foremost, I never try to make myself as an expert. Many of the things I may know a little bit more than you may, but a lot of the things I just do exactly what you may do. I just do research because things always changing. With more studies are being done on certain things always change. So remember, as a trainer, we're still in the field of evolving. So what things we used to think 10 years, 20 years ago may not necessarily be true now. Same thing with doctors, nurses. The field of medicine or health, period, is always changing. So I always tell people I don't know quite everything, but I definitely love trying to figure things out and get a best understanding or the best answer possible. So when I got this email from Jennifer, and it was a good email, she was inquiring about a particular article that she saw, or yeah, actually article from the Today Show, and it's dated for today, and it says can't lose weight by eating less. Why low carb diets may be the solution. Restricting calories makes you hungrier and slows down your metabolisms, doctors say. Here, what's work instead. First and foremost, I always tell people that articles always start off with what doctors say. And that's what there's millions of doctors, and you're going to have millions of different types of opinions. They can take the same test and come up with totally different ways of looking at that data, first and foremost. So when they say that, don't get all um, focused on the doctors. One doctor can tell me this for this article, and another set of doctors would disagree with this article. So when I tell people, when it comes to understanding you and when you're really trying to lose weight, the best thing you can do for yourself is know yourself. Everyone is different, and everybody's lifestyle is different. So when they're saying things in this particular article, which makes good sense, and I understand where they're coming from, the first thing they focus on is that we have continually in our industry, and doctors over the years have always stressed the importance of having low calories in your meals, less calories to lose weight. And they're saying that because we've been emphasizing that for so much, that we still have a huge problem of obesity in America. So they're questioning, is that truly the answer? And I don't think that's necessarily not the answer. I think we sort of have to understand too is that when we tell doctors do tell us that, how many of us actually follow it and follow it consistently? I'll let you answer that. Okay. So, in number two, Americans considerably sit more, do less activity, far as causing us to be able to lose more calories just in our day-to-day life. So that's a huge change from our predecessors, our generations before us, who did less, more walking, more movement, period, in their day-to-day lives. So you sort of comparing apples to oranges when you talk about different generations. I think the reason why the obesity rate has came up so much in America is contributed to many different factors, not just one. So that sort of takes that hard to say on. When it comes to low carbs, I say, for instance, if low carbs work for you and you don't have a lifestyle that maybe like my lifestyle that I work out a lot, is that I need carbs. I don't want to lower my carbs because it takes away my effectiveness to be actually effective when I'm working out. So that's why I always tell people it's always important to know where you're at in your season of your life. If you notice that you're not as active as you typically would be, or you're not active at all, then maybe having a low calorie, a low carb, low carbohydrate diet could be more successful to you because you're not as active as, say, me. So that's what I'm saying is that we can read these articles, but we have to do an inventory on ourselves and what we need, and then according to our lifestyle. So it also said with low carbs, it will help with it help when we eat a lot of carbs, it bother our metabolism. The truth be told, anytime we do something that distorts or don't have consistency in your eating, distorts your metabolism. So I can't just say it's carbs. I just believe that everything is needed: protein, carbs, and fats. I think if we just focus on making sure we don't get either overabundance in any of these areas, that's the key to success in sustaining weight loss and being consistent with it. We sometimes do a lot more protein and a lot more carbs. Okay, so that's also predicated to what type of activities you're doing. that may predicate you have to eat more carbs. If you're a marathon runner, you're going to need more carbs, period. But if you're not, you can probably slow down or lower your carb intake. So think about it that way. I think also the article, and I'm trying to remember some of the points that I thought were good points in this article, is concerned with um, our metabolism. And it mentions for us that because we are constantly using carbs, eating a lot of carbs as they feel that we eat a lot of carbs, it doesn't, when we start burning calories, it doesn't go into the fat burning zone because there's so many carbs that we have consumed that the activity don't hit the fat burning area, which is the part that people want to hit to make them look leaner and tighter. And that is true. So that's why it's very much so predicated on understanding how much carbs you should be intaking. And that's for you journaling when you do eat carbs, how to do that. So all that's been said, my answer for this article, great information. It probably worked for some people because like they say in this article is that they did a study and the people, when they lowered their carbs, they lost considerable amount of weight immediately, pretty much the first 2 weeks. And truly, if you lower or take away anything out your diet, you should see some changes. The key to it is the consistency that people struggle with. So if you do take away carbs and you lower your carbs, everybody would lose weight. They really would. But the key to it is, like I mentioned, is that being able to be consistent with it. So you have to find something that works for you, your lifestyle, and all these things, and bring it all together. And that just takes work. It takes time and patience. It takes also keeping your things like these dollar, and I always tell people too, invest in going to the dollar store, well, that's $1.25 store, and buy these inexpensive journals. Get a lot of them and just start for a month. Give yourself that ability to write down and journal what you're eating, and also put down how it's making you feel. If after you eating it, you feel full, satisfied, and don't feel sluggish or tired, then that's probably a great meal or a great piece of food that you should incorporate into your meals. I may eat an apple and have a lot of energy, which I do, but someone else may eat it and might not have the same response. That's why it's so good to know yourself. The last thing I would say, when you see celebrities who have the financial ability or desire to get trainers, they also get trainers who customize what they're eating. And that's very important because they take into their lifestyle. So journal your lifestyle, make notes, be very mindful what you're eating, how it makes you feel after you eat it. And the days that you had a bad day, you felt tired, look back on that journal and see what foods that you ate. So them foods you can take out of your diet. Lastly, when it comes to calories, I truly believe you still need to know how many calories you should be intaking per day to see yourself lose weight. Because even if you have a low carb diet, if you still eat a low carb diet, but you still eat a huge amount of calories, the weight will still be there. So I think you need both of these things to come together to come up with a game plan to how you, yes, you, can start losing weight, healthy weight, which is always between 1 to 2 pounds per week, and keep it off. Okay, and keep it off. So if you guys want to see this article, I'm going to post it on the Passion app page. Take a look at it. It has some great information. And if you ever have articles or any feedback you want me to do as far as what my thoughts of is please feel free to let me know. Okay. So again, this article is into today's magazine or website. It's titled Can't Lose Weight by Eating Less, Why Low Carb Diets May Be the Solution. And keyword, if you look close, it said maybe. Maybe. It's all about, it depends on the individual. And this was written by Morgan Radford and Laureen Dunn. So great article, great information. And again, come send me stuff like this. I like reading it, and it also give me a chance to see what things are people talking about and their point of view on things, because it's really no wrong and right answer when it comes to fitness and health. I keep emphasizing, I will leave it with this, it's the individual. So get them journals from the $1.25 store. Start writing about yourself. Journal yourself, your health and wellness. And I promise you, you'll make a difference. You'll see a difference. And once you do that for 30 days, come to me. If you have questions, we can go through it, go over some things, bring some key points out. And I think you'll be very surprised on how food, yes, food is actually good for the soul when used right, the right servings and the right combinations. It can be actually medicine for the soul. Until next time, God bless. Thank you.